name's Jay. I'm 20 and I have a dream. See, I've always loved watching YouTube. People like Casey Neistat, Roman Atwood, Tanner Fox and the Sidemen absolutely made my childhood. I've always dreamt of being like them, but only recently started posting. But in the big 2-6, that changes. I'm taking a massive gamble. No, not like that. I'm gonna gamble on myself. I've quit my job cleaning pools and I'm gonna post a video every day for 100 days. Alright, this morning I've had my breakfast, I've had a coffee, and I am having a level up as well. Today's a big day. Today is a big day. 230 runs to chase. Haven't lost a wicket yet. Me and Bradley are at the crease. Looks like the shower's warmed up now, so I can hop in, have a shower, and then we can get our freaking day started. We are shining. And with that, Brad and I's 14-run opening partnership comes to an end, bringing Roscoe out to bat, who gets off the mark before me. But this shorter length ball, and I'm able to cut it in the gap for a single. I was actually really proud of this shot, considering a cut is one of my weakest shots. A lucky break and an edge through the slips here, and Roscoe and I run two, and the runs start to steadily flow here. Getting in behind the good balls, but making sure to score off the bad balls. Now this little battle between this opening bowler and myself here was one of the most enjoyable battles I've had for a long time. Roscoe picks up this one nicely and sends it away for 4, but gets struck on the pads next bowl. And after about a millennia, the umpire finally gives it. Razzie comes out to bat here and misses out on one off his pads first ball. This battle continues down the other end. Before Raz unfortunately has to depart second ball. Cheech comes out and opens his account on his 4th ball before losing this beamer in the reflection of my dad's car windscreen. So we all stop the game and get Dad to go around and move around his car. Cheech solid in defence here and nothing changes. Ball on my pads, that's runs. Then this one I just picked up beautifully off the pads here, and to this day I'm still convinced it went for 6, but paid the 4. And down leg side again, and it's 4 again. This one a shin high full toss that I whip over square leg for 4 as well. And down the other end there's Cheechy, still solid in defence. Now the first change bowler comes on and he's much easier to deal with than the openers. And speaking of those openers, he's starting to get tired here, giving me a few runs to hit. Cheech starting to time him nicely now, gets his 2nd run off his 38th ball. Got a taste of runs and he wants more. Beautiful straight drive here, followed up by a lovely full toss that he's able to flick through the leg side. Unfortunately on comes the part-time spinner, which means Cheech has to depart for just 9. Now with the required run rate starting to creep up, we've got to take a few more risks. Just maybe not on your 4th ball. Rayner comes in now and beautifully flicks one off his pads first ball. Then luckily for us, mid-off was snoozing and didn't manage to get forward and take this catch. But almost kills me up the other end. Dangerous game as an off spinner when you pitch it on leg stump. This one picked up nicely for 4. And then a single gets me up the other end. Now I had no idea what I was on, but try and take the quick single. Rayner sends me back because he's starting to have pain in his calf after 18 holes of golf and then 14 overs bowled yesterday. But lucky for me, the next ball dropped short and pulled away for 4 on the leg side to bring up my 50 off 97 balls. But no time to bloat and gloat. If we're going to win this game, I've got to get going. This one wide of mid-wicket and able to run through for an easy single. Far enough in the gap here where Rayner's able to run through for an easy single. Now Rayner going for the big shot here, picks this one up nicely, but straight down the bloke on the boundary's throat and dropped. We get back for 2. Beautifully weighted on the late cut here. Starting to get a good grip of the game here and working out where I can get my singles. Now Rayner picks this one up off of his shin here, and as he goes to take off, his calf goes as well. Hobbles through for the single, but then, yeah, he's not looking very good. I come up and ask him how he's feeling, and he just basically says, yeah, no good. So I sort of block out the end of the over and then go straight to the square leg umpire to say, hey, he's done his calf in the game, which means that we're allowed to have a runner, which the umpires come together and agree that yes, we are. But as you can see here, their captain not happy with the decision at all. Now, as you can see, I've completely walked off just waiting for the runner to come out, but their captain's still going off and actually starting to have a go at the umpires. And he said, well, if they're allowed a runner, why was our LBW shout 4 overs ago not given out? And I just said to the umpire, hey mate, personally, I don't think you should take that. That's dissent, which should be a 5-run penalty, where he gave him a warning and said the next time he'll put him on report. Rocky's coming out to be the runner now, and this bloke at mid-off, not happy with the fact that he's not wearing a thigh pad, ripping into me because I told him, hey, he doesn't actually have to have a thigh pad on. Which I knew because earlier in the season we had this same problem where another team got a runner out and I said, hang on, he's got to have a thigh pad on. But the umpire assured me that it's only the outer protection that you can see that has to be the same. Still not happy and crying like a baby, even though they've got us 5 for 100 chasing 230 and one of our batters is injured. The umpires decide that we're going to go off for tea. The other thing he kept saying to me was, oh, I'm going to go check the rule book and you're going to look like a dickhead. And so I just said, hey mate, what are you doing standing here? Go grab your rule book and see what that says. After looking at his rule book, seeing that he's wrong, he still comes out and abuses the umpires. No penalties or anything of the sorts. I just decide that we're going to retire Rayner. Sammy Miller's going to come out to bat and then Rayner will come into bat later in the day. And as we go back out after the tea break, I beeline it towards him to just say, hey mate, look, I got a bit hot-headed when I was talking to you before. I'm sorry. Which I was well within my right to say everything I said. I was just trying to be the bigger man and apologize. And he said, yeah, you know what, me too. But then continued to start abusing me. So I just walked off and said, look, fuck off, mate. Just shut up. And then he said, oh, well, let's have a beer later. Mate, I'm coming to apologise to you and you're still having a go at me. I don't want to have a beer with you. Anyway, back into cricket, able to find a single here. Then Sammy Miller absolutely booms this back foot cover drive for 2. And then an edge on this back foot defence, but I push through for a single. Then nicely played off his pads here and we run another single. I tell you what, this bat that I'm using has absolutely fuck all of a middle. With my bat, that would have gone for 4. Now here I just say to Sammy, look, we don't need to go boom, boom, boom. We just need to get singles and then hit the bad ball. But 2 balls later, I try to go over long on, but pull it around a little bit. And purely by that celebration, you could tell they thought that was the game. And then unfortunately, from then on, wickets fell fast. Sammy Miller, LBW, a couple beautiful flicks from Tillman Sr. here. But live by the sword, die by the sword. Trying to play another one of those flicks, has to depart LBW. Rayner back into bat now with a runner who gets a single for him. And who is it that's running for him? Oh yeah, it's me. But unfortunately, he doesn't last very long this time. Caught on the boundary. And then Zia picks this one up beautifully for 4 over mid-wicket. But unfortunately, the very next ball walked past one, stumped, and we're all out for 127. Only about 90 odd runs short. Ah, well, anyway, a lot to celebrate from this season. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Might need to be doing a bit of recovery. I think I'm going to be a little bit sore. I love you so much. Goodbye.
do you want me to be? Why do you know what it feels like?